Welcome to this week's look into the world of finance and companies making headlines in midday trading. We begin with Hims & Hers Health, a telehealth company that had a huge surge yesterday. Shares of the company soared 16.8% after its quarterly revenue surpassed forecasts with a loss of 5 cents per share on the $167.2 million revenue. It was a huge win for the company, and analysts had expected a loss of 7 cents per share on a revenue of $161.2 million. Next up, Target reported a hugely profitable fourth quarter this week with earnings per share at $1.89, beating the consensus of analysts who had expected $1.40 per share. However, their full-year earnings guidance was below expectations. On a different note, Dish had some unfortunate news when they announced that their network outage was due to a cyber attack. This caused a 6.5% decrease in their share prices, and Bank of America has even downgraded the stock to underperform. In better news, Advance Auto Parts reported fourth quarter earnings of $2.88 per share, which was above their estimated $2.41. Zoom Video Communications also had a good week when they posted a top and bottom line beat for the fourth quarter, but their full-year revenue guidance was a bit lower than expected. In not so good news, Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings had a wider than expected loss for the fourth quarter, with an adjusted $1.04 per share on $1.52 billion of revenue. Analysts had expected an 85 cents per share loss on a revenue of $1.5 billion. Workday managed to top expectations for their fourth quarter revenue and earnings. Meta was also in the news after announcing they are launching a new team to develop AI products. Unfortunately, Universal Health Services issued disappointing guidance for the full year and expects full-year earnings per share to range between $9.50 and $10.50 per share, when analysts had expected around $10.80 per share. That will wrap it up for this week's news in finance, as companies continue to make moves throughout the market. Stay tuned for our next update on companies making headlines in midday trading.